Hilton and Marriott cards have elevated offers. There's big news in the airline industry, and I've got an interesting question related to finance, dating, and Valentine's Day maybe. On this very special Valentine's Day-ish edition of the Weekly Pointers News Update, I'm Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. The Weekly Pointers News Updates come out every Sunday evening. My goal is to catch you up on everything you may have missed regarding credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. Super simple to follow along. Just look at the topics on one side of the screen with a timer down below, and there are timestamps down in the description below should you want to jump back and forth from one story to another. Also, keep in mind if you are interested in any cards mentioned in today's video, especially the Hilton and Marriott cards I'm going to talk about, make sure you use my referral link down in the description below. When you apply using that referral link, it greatly helps support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. You're doing awesome. Now, before we get started, if you do find this video helpful or mildly entertaining, do not forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts. We've got some big stories today. I can't wait to share these with you. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. This first story is pretty important because a lot of people look forward to these times of the year when Hilton cards have elevated offers, and guess what? We have some right now. So just to give you a quick rundown on these right now, the Hilton Honors no annual fee card, you can get 100,000 Hilton Honors points after spending $2,000 in the first 6 months. The Hilton Honors Surpass card with a $95 annual fee will get you 150,000 Hilton Honors points after you spend $3,000 in 6 months. And then the Hilton Honors Business card with a $95 annual fee can get you 165,000 Hilton Honors points after $5,000 spend in the first 3 months. The Hilton Aspire offer is still sitting at the same at 150,000 Hilton Honors points after $4,000 spend. So if you look at this, you may say, well, haven't the points been bigger before when there have been elevated offers? And the answer would be yes, there have been bigger offers in terms of the total points, but oftentimes those come with a larger spend as well. So these spend thresholds to get these elevated offers with Hilton are not nearly as high. So if you're interested in getting a Hilton card or adding to your Hilton portfolio of cards, this may be a great time to do it because the spend is super easy to do. And also it is tax season. Keep in mind, you can pay your taxes with a credit card. If you want to meet a sign-up bonus and get a big bulk of points or miles, whatever you want, make sure you pay your taxes with a card and earn a sign-up bonus or two. What could be the harm in doing that? But let me know if you plan on taking advantage of any of these Hilton offers. I'm a big fan of the Hilton cards. The only one that we have not had personally is just the no annual fee Hilton Honors card. We've had the Business card, the Aspire, Surpass. Let me know your experience with Hilton cards down in the comments below and let others know what you love about them so much. And not to be outdone, Marriott has a couple of elevated offers as well. So right now, the Bonvoy Bold credit card, for a limited time, you can earn 60,000 bonus points after you spend $2,000 on purchases in the first 3 months. And also the Bonvoy Boundless card, a limited time offer, you can earn 100,000 bonus points after you spend $3,000 on purchases in the first 3 months from account opening. Again, I'm not as big of a fan personally of the Marriott program. I don't think you get as good of a value as you do from programs like the World of Hyatt or even Hilton Honors, but that's just my personal experience. And I would love to know if you completely disagree with me and you think I'm wrong, leave that down in the comments. Let others know why you prefer to stay at Marriott properties. Curious to hear what you have to say. Let me know what you think about that and these offers down in the comments below. And you know from watching the channel, I've put out several videos on Southwest Companion Pass. In my opinion, it is the best deal in the travel industry, essentially giving you buy one, get one free flights with Southwest when you earn Companion Pass. And right now, there is an easy way for you to get Companion Pass all the way through February of 2024. So Chase is offering a major bonus on the Southwest Plus, Premier, and Priority cards. Listen to this, you get 30,000 points plus a Companion Pass, which is good through February 28th, 2024, when you spend $4,000 within the first 3 months. Now, the sign-up offer is slated to end on March 13th, 2023. This is a huge deal. This is a really big deal. And if you've had your eye on Companion Pass, if you've got some travel coming up in the next year through February of 2024, jump on this, all right? Make sure that you take advantage of this because this is a huge offer with very little spend to get Companion Pass for an entire year. Certainly, it's not gonna give you nearly 2 years of benefits like the regular Companion Pass will give you, but this is better than nothing and it's super easy to get it. Let me know if you plan on taking advantage of this offer down in the comments below. And if you have Companion Pass like me, let me know how you have used it. Are you getting your value out of it? Is it worth going for? Let others know down in the comments below. Now, JetBlue and Spirit Airlines announced a merger in the summer of 2022, and that takes a lot of work to get done. However, the Biden administration is now intervening, saying that they hope to block this merger by filing a lawsuit and making sure that this does not happen. This is a $3.8 billion merger between JetBlue and Spirit. Originally, the merger with Spirit was going to be with Frontier Airlines. However, it is now switched to JetBlue. The White House is filing a lawsuit because they say that this creates less competition in the marketplace. And with all the chaos in the airline industry right now, it may not be the worst idea in the world to have more competition. The more options there are, the more competition, typically prices will drop in a lot of cases, and at least passengers have other options when it comes to flying. So let me know what you think about this. I don't know if you all usually use budget airlines like Spirit Airlines. You know, certainly there are some interesting experiences posted online when people choose to fly Spirit Airlines, but some people have a great experience as well. I was a little bit concerned about this when it was first announced, just because, again, I'm a big fan of more competition in the marketplace. The lawsuit itself is expected to be filed next month in March of 2023. So we'll keep an eye on this. I just want to give you a quick update on it. But let me know what you think about mergers like this in the airline industry, or really any industry, when you have two big players like this trying to come together. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know down below. And speaking of Washington, D.C. and the airline industry, one senator plans to make a pretty big splash when it comes to the future of airline travel. So Senator Markey plans to introduce legislation to create a passenger bill of rights, which he said would strengthen consumer protections by requiring airlines to refund passengers for delays and cancellations that are results of factors that are actually within the airline's control. Senator Markey is also getting ready to introduce the Families Fly Together Act, which would end so-called junk fees. Now, this was talked about quite a bit at the State of the Union address, with President Biden addressing junk fees specifically. And he wants to introduce the Fair Fees Act, which he said would end the nickeling and diming of passengers by eliminating baggage fees, change fees, seating fees, and more. Long story short, with all the chaos in the airline industry, especially over the holidays in 2022, Washington, D.C. is now looking to get involved. Now, one part of me says, wow, it would be great to get rid of these junk fees, baggage fees, things like that. Having more transparency when it comes to pricing is a good thing, because a lot of you know right now, when you go to purchase travel, whether it be at a resort or airlines, things like that, you're not necessarily getting the most transparent experience. In fact, you usually don't see all the fees until the checkout page, and you realize, oh my goodness, that's a lot of extra fees, and you didn't account for that when you were doing your original shopping. So on one hand, yes, that's a good thing. On the other hand, do you trust Washington, D.C. enough to make those kind of decisions and get more and more involved in the airline industry? Is Washington, D.C. the fix for all this? I'm curious to hear what you have to say, because there's certainly different ways to think about this. You could certainly say that maybe some airlines stop all the junk fees and use that as a promotional tool and marketing tool to get more people to fly their specific airlines. On the other hand, some people say, well, this is such a big problem that the only solution is going to be for government intervention. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about this, because I think there's a lot of different ways to tackle it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Oh man, this next story is very, very fun and interesting, to say the least. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, I wanted to give you a story related around dating and finance. You know, on the channel during the weekly Pointers News Update, I like to give you situations that have occurred that get posted online, and then get your honest feedback and analysis of exactly how you would handle this personal finance situation. So there was a woman that was on Tinder, and she started chatting with a guy online. I know that's scary enough, right? That could be a scary thing. But long story short, they chatted and everything was going really well. So they then decided to go out to dinner together. Now, the woman did state that he did talk a lot during the meal. He was a little bit more over the top in his talking and things like that than it was with the chat. But she was like, okay, no big deal. We'll keep moving with it. He seems like a nice guy. But then the check comes around to the dinner table. When the check comes to the dinner table, he looks at her and says, oops, I forgot my wallet. Now, she's just sitting there not wanting to embarrass him necessarily. She says, okay, no problem. I'll go ahead and pay for dinner. Not a problem at all. So she's just trying to brush that aside and overlook it a little bit. So she gives the card, she pays for dinner. He then grabs the receipt and says, hey, I need to keep this receipt as a business expense for my taxes. How romantic. How could things go wrong after that? She sat there stunned and wasn't really sure what to do. She was thinking, is this a normal thing? I'm not sure what this is, but she ended up giving him the receipt. So this raised a lot of different questions for her. Number one, does she want to see this guy again? Does she want to date this guy again? Did he simply make a mistake? Was he nervous? All these kind of things were flooding through her mind. So this is my question for you. If you went out on a date with someone and you expected them to pay, and then they said, oops, I forgot my wallet, and then they take the receipt and say, I'm going to use this for tax purposes for my business as a business meal. Would that raise any red flags for you? Would you date this person again? Would you continue seeing them? And if it happened again, would you then have to mention something at dinner? There's a lot of stuff going on here, and with Valentine's Day just a couple days down the road, I wanted to know what you had to say about this. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you're familiar with the Weekly Pointers news update, you know I like to end the show on a good food deal, and this week is no exception. And Valentine's Day really brings out the best when it comes to free food offers. I mean, you've got things like Little Caesars offering a crazy bread bouquet. Of course, that's $9.99, but it comes in a commemorative package, and that just has romance written all over it. White Castle brings out the Love Cube meal for two, which includes 8 sliders, 2 shareable sides, and 2 drinks for carryout, and it's $14.99, so that's about a 50% discount. That's pretty nice too, right? Who wouldn't want to be involved in a Love Cube meal? But my pick for this week goes to Burger King. You can get a buy one, get one free Whopper on Valentine's Day at Burger King if you are a Royal Perks member. So you can redeem the deal with a coupon available via the Offers tab in the Burger King app or at bk.com. How romantic. Crazy bread, White Castle Love Cubes, and buy one, get one free Whoppers. Nothing says love quite like that. Let me know your favorite Valentine's Day special, right? I'm sure there's maybe even local restaurants that have specials for Valentine's Day. Is there anything unique in the area of the country that you live? I love to hear stories from y'all and see exactly what's going on all over the country. It entertains the heck out of me, and I think when you put those down in the comments, it entertains everybody else as well. So let me know if you have any special Valentine's deals in your local area down in the comments below. Well, this was a very fun show. We talked about a lot of great stuff. We talked about elevated card offers, companion pass, and of course we had the very unique dating finance situation as well. I can't wait to hear what you all have to say about that one, but that's what we do on the channel every Sunday evening. This is just an interactive forum for all of us to be able to discuss the top stories of the week and get feedback from each other. That's how we all learn. And keep in mind, if you have any tips, tricks, or pointers about any of the stories or any of the cards mentioned in today's video, make sure you leave that down in the comments, because that does help other people learn, especially those that are new to points and miles. Also, if you are interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. When you use that referral link, it greatly helps support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts, and when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, 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 you're gonna get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, buy one, get one free Whoppers, and everything in between. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.